Hey coaches, it's Neil McMaster here from bigskillposition.wordpress.com. So in the last video we had a look at inside zone plays that went wrong and we hadn't taught them properly. That was the first game of the season. Now what we're going to do is we're going to look at our last game of the season. It turns out it was a loss in the playoffs, but what you can see is the progression from the first game of the season to the last game of the season, and hopefully that'll give you the proof that you need that what we're teaching works. It's easy to teach, it's easy to learn, and it provides results for your team as well as it's provided results for ours. So what you'll see on this is the right guard. We're going inside zone to the right, so the right guard has a single block on the 3 tech, the right tackle is a single block on the outside linebacker number 40, and the fullback is picking up the stacked linebacker. Now this is our first year of running zone as part of a 2 and 3 year implementation plan, and our focus this year was on our single blocks. I wanted to get as many one-on-one blocks as we could, because once we've got that, it's very easy to add in the double teams. Now we only had 3 hours a week practice this year, and that'll go up again this year to I would imagine double. We're hoping to get 5 or 6 hours a week with the guys, but what you'll see here is an excellent job of zoning from the right guard. A key coaching point is that zoning doesn't mean I'm going to just go to that zone and that's it. Zoning means you hit the guy in your zone and then you take him where he wants to go. There's loads of clips in college, especially from Oregon and UCLA, where you see like the left tackle just washing the guy right across the line of scrimmage. He goes all the way past the right tackle because that's where he wants to go. And you'll see the same here from our right guard. So our right guard takes his zone steps. He gets a good stamp step. He shoots his hips through and makes contact, and makes a really good contact. And then he squares up and drives the guy. But he doesn't drive him straight ahead, he drives him left, because that's where the D lineman wants to go. Okay, so what we're going to do is we'll have a look at this. So you can see the great stamp step there. He's got nice low hands. When we move to the next clip, you'll see that when he comes through with his shoot step, his hips will go through just a little, and you'll see his right hand come up and hit the top of the number, and the left hand's trailing behind to catch it if he slants inside. So there you can see now he's got himself in a bit of a bad position just now because he didn't have a strong trailing hand punch. In the next clip you'll see he does it a bit better and controls the guy better, but at the moment it's still a good block. What is critical now is how does he finish it. So now we're fitted up, let's see how he finishes. Bang, there you go. It's not great, but what it does is it gets a running back in for a touchdown. Well, at least I think it was a touchdown. The ref said no. The ref said it was down. So what we'll do now is we'll go into the next play. Now this was the very next play, and we ran exactly the same thing. All that's happened is the defence has changed. So you've now got the outside linebacker who was stand-up is now down. So the right tackle is singled on him. The right guard, even though he's got a linebacker shown in front of him, doesn't have him. The right guard's off to the 5 tech there. Our philosophy is that we don't want our running backs and full backs to have to pick up D linemen where we can avoid it. We would rather they were picking up linebackers. So he's been taught since day one to, if the linebacker shows and we've got a full back in, that it's the fullback's job to pick him up. So if we have a quick look at this play now, you'll see he's got some great body position, and we'll see that again in the next clip. The momentum he generates off that first step through his shoot step is excellent. And another key point here is that his head is up. Obviously concussions just now are just such a big issue that it becomes a focus for everyone. Now I know the defence is doing a great job in teaching them how to tackle. As offensive line coaches, we need to do the same thing. Okay, gone are the days of saying it's a 3-point contact with your head and your hands. You need to hit with your hands now. You need to hit with your hands and your shoulders if you get it wrong, and then your head comes in at the end once you've taken all the momentum out of the defensive lineman with your hands. And that is absolutely vital, and it is clearly the way football is going to go moving forward. So we're as well buying in now, and perfecting that technique rather than waiting for rules to come in and change. Also, the obvious benefits to your players. We only had one offensive lineman go down with a concussion the whole season, and that was on an interception. He got blindsided. So as I said, pretty good record, I would think, and hopefully that's down to the coaching rather than just luck. So here what you can see is that his shoot steps came through. He's had a good stamp step again, his shoot steps through, his hips are short, and he's driven the D lineman up the way. That's great. The other good thing here is that his hands are in the perfect position. You can see his right hand is in the top right number, and his left hand is just in there, it's on the bottom left of the number. The bad thing he's done here is that he's turned his shoulders. Right, so what this allows is for his right hand to slip off, and he needs to react. He does it, he reacts perfectly. He squares his shoulders back up, he's going to violently re-engage that hand, and he's going to pancake block this guy, and the running back's going to follow him in for a touchdown. Great blocking, great touchdown, and that started off the game for us. That was our first two plays, were both inside zones to the right. Now if we come back, this was 3 drives later, I think. We come back to it. Now you'll see the right guard here, just great body position again. You know, that was a strange front they went into, and we never seen that again the rest of the game. They had a nose, 2 1-techs, and then 2 7-techs on the outside of the tackle. So the guard knows he's singled on that 1-tech, and his job then is to drive him in. And the critical thing is here is his body position and the momentum he gets. So you watch the change in position from the defensive lineman when he shoots his hips in that shoot step. Just drives him straight up. That's a great fit. Now we need to finish it. And this is where all these drills that we talk about come in. You know, the fit and finish drill, the driving your feet drill, the finish. You hear everyone talk about it. This is why it's so important, because what you'll see when I run this through is that whilst he gets a great block, the right tackle gets beat and it forces the running back inside when this play could have went for very big yards. So the running back had to cut back instead of following the fullback. That's a bad play, but I think we've shown that individually there's some great effort there, and what we need to do now is we need to get everyone doing it together, something that I think every coach the world over can appreciate. So thanks for watching, coaches. If you've got any comments, please put them on the blog. I'd love to hear from you guys.